Good Day Chicago.
Still ahead in Good Day Chicago, protecting your pets from the dangers of the 4th of July. Well, celebrating the 4th, we all love it. You know, the sights, the sounds, but not everybody does, and that includes our four-legged friends. So joining us with tips on protecting your pets from the noise, the din of the 4th of July, we've got Dr. Tony Kremer, a vet from Kremer Veterinary Services. So glad you came in. This is a very important topic, and not just because I'm one of those crazy dog people who's going to leave my vast fortune to my dogs. This is something that I think a lot of people don't realize. The anxiety it causes, the stress, the discomfort, because again, their ears are so very sensitive.
It is. Dogs and cats suffer from the whole fireworks deal and stuff. And so I have a couple of tips for people. The one thing that we see is when people light these fireworks and throw them, a lot of times dogs, they instinctively want to chase that, right? And they get there right at the worst time, you know, when that firework goes off. So we see injuries because of that. So keep your pets away from any type of fireworks going on.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think that's maybe the best tip of all. You know, whether you're going to a big show, you know, in a park, or whether, you know, somebody's having a show in their yard, keep your dog at home. Don't even bother taking them to the show.
But for those ones who are going to be home and still hearing it, I got a great solution for that too. There's a new medication called Cilio that veterinarians have.
Okay.
It's a little mild anti-anxiety gel that you squirt in their mouth, and it does a wonderful job of just taking the edge off. Something new.
I've yet to hear of this. I'm excited to know about this.
Vets about that, because it really helps.
All right, so one of my rescues, Doc, is he's anxious, you know, by default. He's, you know, he was abused, and so he's 4th of July is like torture for him. We tried the Thunder shirt. It was not successful. So from experience, I can tell you it doesn't work on everybody.
It's kind of hit or miss. You know, people who use it, it's, you know, supposed to give that dog a nice little squeeze.
Right.
Hit some acupuncture points. Some dogs it works, some dogs it doesn't. I throw it out there just as another idea. I think the medication for it is way more of a positive solution.
I like that. I like that idea. Meanwhile, right here, is this overload here? I mean, what, he's got booties, he's got goggles.
This guy is set. But there's a lot of boating going on, right? A lot of dogs are on boats. I saw the whole harbor out there full, and this is a good idea. A lot of dogs,
I love it,
can't actually swim. They have trouble with it. If your dog is one of those, get them a life jacket, because if they're going to be out there, it could save their life.
That's fantastic. And you know, a lot of us are going to be doing some celebrating with some spirits. And that's something to be you know, cognizant of, because we want to make sure that they're stored, that they're locked away, because we don't want the dogs getting in there.
You know, if you lay a martini down on the you know, the table there at their level, that for a small dog, that can be a big dose of alcohol. And so, you know, we know what that could do to us, and for a pet, it could be really, really dangerous. They can wind up in the hospital because of alcohol poisoning very easily. So keep that away from.
And what about the charcoal?
Just in general, we're talking about barbecuing. Keep your pets away from the grill so they don't get burnt.
I had a dog jump up on the grill to pull a steak off. It can be dangerous. He's lucky he didn't burn his mouth.
Exactly, and a lot of them are getting into people food during this time. Try to avoid that as well, because that doesn't sit too well, and we wind up with a lot of animals that come in because they've eaten the wrong things.
Dr. Kremer from Kremer Veterinary Services, thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate that.
Thank you.